My name is Demetrius Katos. I'm the president here at Hellenic College Holy Cross. I'd like to welcome into our midst today the Pappas Patristic Institute seminar on early Christian and Byzantine poetry. You had a chance to experience poetry in action. Lots of psalms being sung tonight, hymns of Pascha. In fact, the very last one is drawn right from one of the orations of St. Gregory the Theologian. This is a great Passover. This is a mystical Passover, reinterpretation of the Old Testament scriptures in light of the miracle of Christ.
We're here in front of Archbishop Yakovos' library at Holy Cross Seminary up in Brookline, Massachusetts, for a graduate seminar in the theological poetry of Byzantium. It is a fact that in the Orthodox Church, theology is oftentimes expressed in poetry. This is our inheritance as Orthodox Christians, and there is no comparison with in anything else in the world. I know there are other professors and academics from around the country and probably in the world who are here today. A seminar like this really helps bring that beauty to people who otherwise might not be hearing about it. We can bask in the treasures of our faith.
This is a fascinating story. It reveals that in 9th century Byzantium, some 4th century classicizing poems were considered the most challenging patristic text.
My name is Christos Imelidis. I teach in Thessaloniki. I teach Byzantine philology. I'm a philologist, so I do textual work, critical editions, commentaries, manuscripts, which is how the texts are transmitted to us today. So by copying and copying through the centuries, there are mistakes accumulated. In order to establish a reliable text is to get rid of these mistakes. In this seminar, we'll have 4 talks on different texts. First, the poems of Gregory the Theologian, one of the eminent patristic authors of the early church. The second will be a newly identified iambic psalter, so the whole book of Psalms written in iambic poetry. And tomorrow we'll have Romanos the Melodist, the best Byzantine hymnographer and one of the best Byzantine poets. And the last will be epigrams on Byzantine icons. Sometimes the Byzantines would inscribe a short epigram next to the icon. It's a very short poem. The intention of this is to help the believer's devotion. For he was freed from the spirit by the music of the harp.
So we think that this text is actually quite significant for the study of Byzantine poetry and the cultural transmission of the Psalms. We do think that the poem is of high quality and of literary importance.
People, they loved poetry. It was more expressive, more pleasant. Christians from early centuries, they were especially pleased to have their own poetry. I hope that the participants will realize how rich Byzantine and patristic literature is. Sometimes these texts have some hidden messages. I hope that they will be surprised by the depth that these texts have. They will realize that there is a lot to discover.
Your comment about catalogs resonated with me because the corpus that I'm working on, I've had to spend a lot of time in manuscript catalogs, which has allowed my project to actually work. This is incredibly amazing, so I'm enjoying every second of it. This seminar has been really important for understanding where some of our own traditions in liturgy and things like that come from. Also just getting to appreciate their beauty. These writers of the ancient church that we're able to learn from. It's offered a lot of conversations and ideas that I'm able to build upon in my own work.
One of the benefits of the Pappas Patristic Institute is that we're able to offer these higher level events and seminars for graduate students across the country. We bring them to campus here at Hellenic College Holy Cross. They get to benefit from the environment, the chapel, the services, to bridge the academic and the ecclesiastical. As Orthodox Christians, we have this patristic heritage. That's our worship, that's our music, that's our life at home with our kids, that's their education, it's our catechism. We're privileged to have graduate students from PhD programs and master's programs from across the country, and seminarians. We have clergy, both Orthodox and non-Orthodox, people visiting from Boston College, Boston University, Harvard. The board of the Pappas Patristic Institute is composed of majority Orthodox scholars, but we also have Roman Catholic Protestant scholars who look to a shared patristic heritage. This shared value is the foundation of moving closer towards the truth for everybody. People appreciate that because we bridge the academic and the ecclesiastical.